Hey, thanks for joining me here on Talkin' Tunes. I have a CD update for you, tape update, cassette, and a few 8-track as well. So we'll jump right in here. Cookie joining us here to talk some tunes, ain't that right? Alright, Cookie. Let's just get these few 8-tracks out of the way first. This is Rick Wakeman's 6 Wives of Henry VIII right here. Also Jim Croce. You don't mess around with Jim. And Jim Croce, Photographs and Memories, Greatest Hits. Again, just a few 8-track to get out of the way, and a few cassettes as well. Let's jump into those. This is from the early 80s, Synchestra and Daydreams, some ambient material from Ed Van Fleet. This is a pretty cool cover. Pretty minimal, fits well with the music, and to go along with the All Things Genesis, All Things Phil Collins collection, here is both sides from Phil Collins solo release, and Owen, his latest L'Ami de Peuple on polyvinyl, red cassette from Owen, aka Mike Kinsella. Alright, let's jump first into a couple of CDs here, a couple of different issues of the brand new project or band from Dan Sfano. This is Witherscape, The Inheritance. This is on Century Media, released on a national level as opposed to an independent release, or even on Blackmore, a little more limited. This is on Century Media, and this is the Digibook or Mediabook edition with all kinds of photos, the lyrics, and everything. And this one contains actually 2 bonus tracks that you only find on the Mediabook edition. Again, the new one from Witherscape, or the debut from Witherscape, I should say. It's the first release. Here we have just the jewel case edition, and as you can see, nicely signed by my buddy Dan Sfano. Very kind of him to do so, and really anticipating this one for this year. If you're into his material with Edge of Sanity, his solo album Moon Tower, I'll also be doing a separate discussion on that album coming up here on Talkin' Tunes as well. So be on the lookout for that on the channel. Okay, and here this is some progressive rock from the band Archangelica. It's called Like a Drug. And here's Andrew Bird's Noble Beast. I just fly through the front of these, I guess. Blackmore's Night, and this is the new album Dancer and the Moon. Here's Bon Iver. This is the debut album for Emma Forever Ago. This is Caveman, the title track, or I'm sorry, the self-titled effort on Fat Possum from Caveman. Some good acoustic rock, indie pop, indie folk stuff. Another progressive rock release from Crayon Phase. This is called Within My Recollection. Some lengthy tracks on here. I like to see the prog with lengthy tracks. 2 15-minute tracks. There's 9 tracks total, but 2 15-minute tracks. This is Cult of Luna, Vertikal, the 2013 effort from Cult of Luna. New album from Darkthrone on Peaceville, and the Mediabook edition as well, the Underground Resistance, and the fancy Mediabook edition. New stuff from Darkthrone. Days Between Stations. This is a good album, a good prog album, in extremis. It features lots of guests. Peter Banks, before he passed away, Tony Levin, Billy Sherwood, Rick Wakeman, and Paul Whitehead designing the artwork there on this. This is their second effort, progressive rock band, Days Between Stations. Highly recommended there. The new Deafheaven. This is Sunbather, their second full length. It's released on Death Wish. A couple of, pull these both out together here, a couple of progressive metal releases from Inside Out Music, released earlier in the 2000s. This is the band Event, and this is their album Human Condition. This is Scratches at the Surface. Yeah, that's this one. So two albums from Event. Put these together here on Inside Out Music. This is new stuff on Unicorn Records from Antoine Fafard, and features a number of guests as well. The album Occultus, Tramitis. You got Jerry Goodman, Gavin Harrison on here, again on Unicorn Records. Always great progressive rock from them. This is a band here, they're out of Finland, and let's see if I can pronounce this correctly. Hiidensointi, or Hiidensointi. Hiidensointi sounds like it might be a little more accurate. Ovia za Aikoja, and again, my best Finnish for you. But this is out of Finland. Progressive rock out of Finland. Here we have the CD issue of Houses, A Quiet Darkness. Of course, had the vinyl in the vinyl update a little earlier in the year. Some fantastic chill wave, dream pop stuff. New album from Little Atlas. It's called Automatic Day. The band formerly out of the Florida area, and now they're making their home these days in Kentucky. On 10T Records, the new album Automatic Day. This is their fourth, I do believe, from Little Atlas. This is progressive rock here from the U.S. The band's called Majestic, and this album here is called VOZ, and abbreviated for what, I'm not sure yet, but it's a double disc effort. U.S. progressive rock, Majestic. And more progressive rock, this time from Japan, the band Midas. Touch the Clear Air, their 2013 efforts. This one here is more progressive rock out of Europe, Moriled. That's, I guess, how you would pronounce it, M-O-R-I-L-D, Moriled. This is their second album, Aves. Lots of lengthy tracks on here. 24 minutes, 13, 21. Lengthy progressive rock, that's how I like it. This band here is out of Norway. Museo Rosenbach, the legendary Italian progressive rock act. Museo Rosenbach, Barbarica is their new 2013 effort, and fantastic one at that. Some nice gatefold action here on the Museo Rosenbach album. Here's some hip-hop. I got this one here called Never Better from POS on Rhymesayers. Some good hip-hop there. Not really, I guess if it's on Rhymesayers, not of the underground variety, but more of the underground variety, of course, than the pop rap or the charting rap or hip-hop, if you will. This is Rye Woman and Maloche. Big fan of Maloche's material. Maloche is one half of the duo Rye. This is their 2013 debut called Woman. Some contemporary R&B type of new school to contemporary R&B. James Blake, Ink, that type of stuff comes to mind when you talk about Rye. If you're not familiar with them, they actually played, I think, on like Jimmy Kimmel or something. Yeah, Jimmy Kimmel, I think it was. I've seen them recently. I don't know if it was an earlier episode, but they're making their rounds on the more popular platforms, let's put it that way, so that's good for them. This is some Asian, or more specifically South Korean, folk jazz. Jazz folk, depends on how you look at it. Salmonori, Record of Changes. Compact disc there, released in 88. This is from Sound of Contact, Dimensionaut. This is the debut album from Simon Collins, Dave Kersner. They got together and formed a band, and that band is Sound of Contact. You might say Simon Collins. Yes, dear old dad Phil Collins. Simon put out a couple of solo efforts, I think 3 solo efforts before they really got together with Dave Kersner, or he got together with Dave Kersner, and they got serious about putting together a band. Sound of Contact. They're popping up everywhere, it seems, lately, which is good. You know, that's good. But they're going to be doing a lot of touring, a lot of festivals. You're seeing their name pop up in a lot of the prog rock magazines and stuff like that, and all for good cause. This is good stuff. Sound of Contact, Dimensionaut. It's a sci-fi themed album. And interesting point to note, there are no photos of the band anywhere, so there kind of maybe taking a back seat to the fact that they can promote this as, I'm Simon Collins, I'm Phil Collins' son. So they're kind of taking a back seat to that possibly, and just kind of letting the music speak for itself. It's very good. And I believe there will be a vinyl issue of that coming out on Inside Out Music. Here's some power metal, Starkill. This is Fires of Life. And this is some indie rock, There. It's self-titled, and this is, I believe, a Japan issue. Initially, I guess, Polyvinyl's saying it's a Japanese issue, but I don't know, it's not imported from Japan or anything that I know of. But Mike Kinsella is a part of this, the guy from Into It, Over It, and it's in the vein of Captain Jazz and stuff like that. Maybe even some Owen, Mike Kinsella stuff, but he actually just takes a back seat here and plays drums, which he is a drummer. For those that do not know, most probably do know. Tiles, progressive rock from the U.S. Here from Tiles, this one was released on Magna Carta, Presence of Mind. Here we have Tired Pony, A Place We Ran From. This is the debut album. Gary Lightbody involved with this from Snow Patrol. They have a new album coming out August 2013, but that's their debut. From one of my favorite movie guys, Kevin Smith, here's the Clerks 2 soundtrack. Music from the motion picture. And last but not least, Cookie. We're talking titles here, and we've got a CD update. We did 8-track cassette, and our last CD here in the bunch is from Violent Silence, A Broken Truce. This is out on Progress Records, and as I mentioned, I like my lengthy prog. Here's 4 tracks, all clocking in at over 10 minutes. So, looking forward to checking this one out. Haven't yet. Violent Silence, and that's my CD update here on Talkin' Tunes. Appreciate you joining me for some 8 tracks, some cassettes, and CDs. Again, we'll be doing a Witherscape discussion on the debut album, The Inheritance, coming up on the channel. Shortly after this. Vinyl update coming soon as well. Some more discussions. And just music. Tunes. We're talking tunes here. Again, appreciate you joining me. Hope you'll tune in again next time.